Hi everybody, and welcome back to Life After Boys. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Marie. I am a mother of grown boys, and this is my journey into minimalism. I've been minimalist pretty much my entire life, but when you have kids, it tends to not seem that way. So now that my boys are grown, the youngest one graduating from high school this year, this is just the story of what I do. How I clean, how I cook, how everything is after you have kids and after they're gone. One of the big things, especially for it being the holiday season, is New Year's resolutions. Personally, I don't do New Year's resolutions. There are studies out there that shows that even with the best intentions, you're gonna fail. A New Year's resolution is setting you up to fail. But all new habits come with practice, and after a while, they're not a thought about trait. They're just something that you automatically do. So I like to take the week between Christmas and New Year's, because I'm usually off from my job, and start instilling new habits. I'm going to share one with you, and that's on the line of minimalism, or just decluttering in general. People find it very hard to get rid of things, or they're overwhelmed with what they have, but they don't know how to start. I'm going to give you my top 10 easiest things to declutter. Returnables. What I mean by returnables are things that you borrow. I have a very close-knit group of girlfriends that are sisters to me, and we constantly borrow from each other. It just so happens that we all wear like the same sizes, we all have the same taste. So instead of each of us going out and buying a pancake flipper, one of us has it and then each of us borrows it. So my first tip, and probably the easiest one to do, is return all of those borrowed items. Most of the time, like if you go up into my closet, I have 3 or 4 shirts that I've stolen from one of my sisters that's been sitting up there since I needed it 6-7 months ago. So I'm going to return that to her. And returning items is an easy step into purging or decluttering, or however you wanna call it. How many of us have things in a drawer that you bought to try one recipe and it's never been needed again? Well, chances are is that one recipe doesn't need that, or there's something that's in your drawer already that you use on a daily basis that's a substitute for it. So what I like to do is, in order for a spice to come into my house, I have to be able to use it at least for 3 dishes that I serve within 2 months. If that doesn't happen, then they don't come into my house. So spices, that one-time use thing, you can get rid of that. Clothes that don't fit. People have a hard time getting rid of things that don't fit. Even I have a hard time getting rid of things that don't fit, because I'm like, I will one day fit into this size 2 whatever again. That's not going to happen. And if it does happen, the thing that you're trying to fit into is no longer in style. It's no longer feasible for how you live your life now. So it's okay to replace that. So go through the things, and the things that don't fit you properly, and the things that are on the shelf as one-day items, get rid of it. And trust me, I went through a massive weight loss where I was holding on to things from high school that I'm like, I could fit into this again. Well, by the time I lost that 100 pounds, I didn't want to wear that stuff because it was no longer 1990. Knickknacks. These. I tend not to put things that I don't enjoy on shelves. I don't keep knick-knack items or little cutesy things to just fill up a shelf because a shelf is there. An empty shelf doesn't bother me at all. I actually enjoy an empty shelf and an empty cupboard, or whatever you have it. A lot of things I noticed were gifts from my mom, my mother-in-law, my grandmother, things like that I felt at one point like I had to hold on to because they gave it, and if they ever came over, they would be wondering where that was. And I heard on a TED Talk, and it kind of stuck with me through the years, that your obligation to the gift giver is over the moment you say thank you. So you don't have to hold on to and display these things that you really don't care for. You can clear the shelf, you can clean out the cupboard, you can do whatever. With getting rid of knickknacks or duplicates of things like vases and stuff like that that really don't hold any value to you. Your obligation to the person that gave it to you is over. My kids and my husband are huge into movies. They go to the movies often, they watch them all the time. But how many of the Blu-rays sitting in their media room do they actually rewatch? Like, I know one. I can name one because I watched my son watch it this morning for like the third time this week. Other than that, like, we're holding on to things either because they're forgotten, just sitting tucked away, or I don't know, you might one day, no, that doesn't even work. I'm thinking of the example in my head is we have sitting on the shelf Kung Fu Panda. Our kids the youngest one is 17, almost 18. He's not going to watch that again. We can get rid of it. And it's a DVD. We don't even own a DVD player, so why are we holding on to these things? So don't be afraid to go through your movies, and you might realize that, you know, Shrek is no longer your favorite movie, and it's on a system that you don't even have anymore, or you can stream it, or, you know, I mean, we all have Amazon accounts, and most of us have Amazon Prime accounts, and you can get it there for free. That's what they do now. We are huge board game people. Every time that the boys come home and they bring their spouses or their significant others, we pull a board game off the shelf and we play board games all night. Some of them we have played so much that we instantly know the answer. That's just how much we've played it. So those you can get rid of easily, because some of them don't have expansion packs. It's just a thing, they really don't. And some games are too complicated. For example, my husband and the boys play a game called Munchkin. I don't understand it. I tried, I watched YouTube tutorials on it, I've done everything trying to learn this game, and I just don't get it, so I won't play it. So those type of games, the ones that are still in the wrapper because you thought that it was a great idea and then it turns into the most complicated things, get rid of them. Cords. Yeah, cords. You remember the phone that you had 5, 6, 7 years ago? It came with a cord, and then this came with a cord, and then that came with a cord, and there's a cord for this and a cord for that. I have an entire drawer of cords, but get rid of it. What are you holding it on to? You're not going to need the VHS cord to go with whatever is the thing now. The old phone cord. It's an old phone cord. Everything comes with one, and if you accidentally throw them out, they're what? Maybe $10? Get rid of the drawer of cords. I might be the wrong person to give advice about makeup because I only wear 5 things. I use the same eyeliner, powder, concealer, lipstick, and mascara that for any look. If I want to be fancy, if I just want to go out for the day, any time of, you know, any kind of look, I use the same thing. But you wouldn't imagine. I had an entire drawer full of makeup that I bought thinking maybe this would be a better shade or maybe that's a right thing, and I always go back to my staples. So go through your makeup, look at expired ones, look at things that are no longer the right shade, are no longer things that you even wear anymore. Yeah. Unbelievable what people will hold on to, even myself. I went through all of our socks and I found ones with holes in the heels, holes everywhere. I also found ones that I wear with the boots where the boots kind of rub on them, so they're wearing down in certain spots, but I'm holding on to them for what reason? I wear much jewelry. I don't even wear my wedding rings. I'm not a jewelry person, but I like pretty things. So go through. Do you have ones that are tangled that never have come undone? Do you have ones that are showing wear, where parts of it are broken or starting to change color? Do you have things that you bought for a costume that you're just holding on for what reason? Well, that's it. So it's 10 things that you can declutter anywhere between Christmas through New Year's and build yourself a habit. You'll actually find, or at least I actually find, that once you start decluttering the simple things, you can roll and roll and roll into the larger things, and it becomes second nature, where you actually enjoy getting rid of things. You actually feel the weight lifted of not owning so many things and having clean spaces. So I hope that you enjoy. If you like what you see, make sure you hit the subscribe button as well as the like, and do the notification bell so I can notify you when new videos are uploaded. If you like videos like this of us just hanging out and not so much cleaning or going through actual things, leave a comment below, ask me a question. Maybe we'll gather enough questions and I'll do a Q&A. You can follow me on Instagram at LifeAfterBoys and leave a question there and say hi. I love reading you guys' comments. I love hearing from you and everything that you have to say, building a great supportive community. So thank you again. Enjoy your holidays. Bye.